Hey guys, this is Hayden back from the nest, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Minecraft proper. Welcome back to the show. A couple things you'll notice right off the bat that you should be able to see is one, I got a haircut, so that's pretty nice. It's a bit shorter than I would normally have it. It's just I decided to cut it short and just let it grow out into whatever I decided it would be. And also, it got to like 103 degrees in my room the other day, so it's too hot. I'm wearing a tank top that is also new. I just bought this, as well as a nice hat that is over there on a desk. Another thing, the mic was previously here. It was clamped to my desk and would come up to my face. You've seen it. It is now properly on a boom mic. It's like I'm properly using the mic stand, and it is swinging down, and it's a lot more versatile in this position, so I'm enjoying that. Today's episode, the plan is to find a dungeon. Well, the plan was to get a dungeon going and then build an XP grinder there. And so normally I would just hope to find one, but for the sake of this being a YouTube series and not just me playing the game, I did go to a website, input the seed from the world, and so I have it pulled up right now, but you guys can't see it. But I have some dungeons. Specifically, there's a specific type of one that we're looking for. I looked for ones that are near the coordinates of our base, so somewhere near the sort of coordinates of our base. So there's from what I can see on this, there is a spider dungeon at specific coordinates here, and close to that there is a zombie, and there's actually a zombie and a skeleton's dungeon right next to each other. Also, I'm going to close my window real quick. Give me a moment here. I just got up out of my chair weird. The problem is that there is a wind flow coming in from my window. There is a flow of wind coming in from my window, and it is causing my door to swing back and forth slightly. And it's annoying, so hi. So, yeah, I am looking up. I have some coordinates written down here. Well, actually, I don't have them written down, but I am gonna look at this. 747, 251. Alright, so I'm gonna get some stuff together. I died in a cave earlier, off camera. The reason I'm doing this mainly is not just because this is a YouTube series, but also because earlier I already went through in survival, and well, of course I'm in survival. I went through without looking anything up. I went through mining and tried to find a dungeon and just died a bunch of times in the caves. And that seriously it put a hamper on my, that put a pretty big hamper on my, want to continue looking. So I'm just making some tools real quick. I'm going to head off to the coordinates of the skeleton dungeon I'm looking at. I'm choosing skeleton dungeon specifically because they're the most versatile, although with how close the zombie and skeleton dungeon are, according to my map, according to what this website says, I should be able to just I might be able to build one for zombies and one for skeletons right next to each other in the same room, and within a general vicinity near that there is one for a spider. I'm sorry for any of you guys that are like super purist and don't want to see any sort of cheats or anything. I mean, this isn't a cheat in the game, but I am sort of cheating in that I'm looking it up on a website, but 240. So, I mean, I'm sorry to anyone who really dislikes that, but I just cannot be bothered to. I have to go this way. So this episode's gonna be doubling as the first time we've gone out into the jungle behind our house. This is for anyone who doesn't know, this is our first time going back here. I have ignored this. I was planning on making an episode out of it. This is man-made. I was going to put a little farm back there, but it just looks dumb, so that'll probably get removed off camera at some point. check my coordinates real quick. I'm around the coordinates that I need to be. Alright, so I need to go a little bit further. Ouch. 747. Sorry about this. Let's see here. This one, 2451. So, gotta go a little bit this way. And then looks like we're getting into the bamboo forest here. And I've overshot. Wait. Alright, here it is. Right here. So we're gonna go a few blocks to the left here. This could end poorly. Rule number 1 of Minecraft, of course, they say is don't dig straight down. I'm gonna break that rule here, but honestly, you really shouldn't, but in this case, I'll allow it. Well, I suppose I'm not digging straight down. Ow. That hurt. Just a bit. So I don't know what Y coordinate this is on, so let me check that. Alright, so we gotta go pretty low to get to this bad boy. Hopefully there's no lava in the way. Alright, I'm gonna cut ahead to when we find this thing. See you then. Hi, welcome back. Bad news. Bad news indeed. I fell into the dungeon. And as soon as it happened, not only did I die. No. If I had just died, this wouldn't be a problem. I died to a creeper explosion that broke the spawner. So, mere seconds after I ended the previous recording, or, you know, mere seconds after I decided to cut ahead, and I fell into the dungeon, almost right next to the spawner. It opened up to a cave, there was a creeper. I lost everything we had on us, and I'm not going to bother going back there. We're going to find a different skeleton spawner, somewhere forward, so that one's pretty far away, unfortunately, but we don't really have a huge choice anymore because, you know, I'm a big stupid piece of trash. That one was pretty close to our base too. I'm actually pretty upset that that happened. Looks like there's one that's in like a straight line. It looks like it's in the desert. Alright, so I need a pickaxe before we go. I lost all those pickaxes and stuff that I made. I'm not even going to bother making a full set of tools this time. I'm going to cut ahead to when we're at the coordinates that we need to be going at. I'm just... I'm almost considering just making one. Like, no, I'm not... For anyone wondering, I'm not gonna do any cheats in this world. I should state that now. I'm not gonna be doing any cheating, any of that sort of thing. I don't consider looking up how to find where to find dungeons cheating. Especially because of things like what just happened just now, where I found a dungeon and a creeper blew up and killed the dungeon. Because of events like that being possibilities, because there's even a possibility of that happening, I feel it's fair for me to, since we just need an XP grinder, if I could build this anywhere I would just build it out front. But the problem is that you need the specific location, and so, you know, that sucks. I'm gonna cut ahead when we're ready, and there. See you then. Alright, hello and welcome back. I've put down a little marker for where the coordinates are. This time, hopefully we don't fall in and have it blow up. This one actually, for a little bit of reference, that way is our house. I tried to find one that was just a straight line pretty much through the plains. We'll be able to pretty easily set up a subway system to this, which is my inevitable plan, is to get a subway system. So, you know, some rails that lead down to this. That would be great. So, yeah, that's the eventual plan. Once again, digging straight down. Not a great idea, but so be it. I don't really care. At this point, we can just find a new one if this one doesn't work out, so... One thing I would say is unfair about knowing where the dungeons are is the loot you can find in them, but at the same time, I'm not hunting them for loot. If I was hunting them for the stuff that's inside, I would be getting a semi-unfair advantage. I could find some really high-level stuff. But since I'm only trying to find just one and turn it into an XP grinder, I would say this is justified. If I then later in an episode, you know, if at some point along the line decided to use this site to find a bunch of dungeons for loot, I would consider that to be not under a justified usage of the thing. I'm going to look up at exactly what y coordinate this is at, and then find out what y coordinate we're at. We're at 7. We've gone much lower than we needed to be. This thing is only at y level 46. So, on our way up here. Hopefully we can find it, and it'll be in good condition. So, I have gone a little bit higher than 46, you may have noticed. I'm just going a bit extra height to see if we can't gain... Now, once again, this site could be wrong. It's always entirely possible. I'll just check it one more time. I was wrong. It was not the site. Do not blame the site. The site is working fine. I have come to the wrong coordinates. I don't know how I misread that. That does not say 320. That says 230. We have to continue forwards a little bit. So, you know, technically there is one that is a little bit closer, but it's also in the jungle. So I'm considering whether or not I want to go do that one instead. I'm specifically looking for a skeleton spawner. We could go for a zombie spawner, but I just prefer the skeletons. Just a personal preference. Look at that. This horse is a beast. It just jumped the river. So, it should be in here somewhere. We will leave the horse here and continue on foot. And I'll really quickly look up what the coordinates of this are. So, it is this way. And you go a little bit this way. So... So yeah, like I said, this one is a little bit in the jungle, but it's not too far in the jungle, and this is the area where we collect jungle wood, so eventually this will all be deforested as well, because I collect jungle wood here, like I just said, so... And then we need to go to Y level. One thing I don't like about this one necessarily is that it is much lower than the other one. The other one is only at 46, whereas this one is at... there's not too much of a difference in distance between them. It's about half... The difference in distance is about half the way to our house, so we could set one up at both, but that's for a later date. We just need an XP grinder for experience. So hopefully this turns out well. It looks like because of the tree cover, we're not getting any light down here, so... I'm really worried about falling into it again. That would suck. I'll just have to be careful when it seems like we're approaching the distance. It is at Y level 26, right? 25. Alright. So I'll have to be careful around that. So this is going to be a little bit more of an uneventful episode. I apologize for that. I'll try and cut out some of the nonsense. Pick up this iron as we go because, you know, we have very little iron, and if we're planning on making a an underground subway thing that leads to this, then... Oh, hey, we found it! Awesome. This is a skeletons dungeon, so... While I don't like skeletons in this game as normal mobs, when it comes to XP grinding, I think zombies are slightly better. In fact, I'll look this up real quick. Minecraft mob XP chart. Yeah. I'll just look this up real quick since we can. Got it, thanks. Don't care. So, looks like everything drops the same XP. Cool. I was wondering whether or not zombies dropped more XP than skeletons. Looks like they do not. They drop the same, which is convenient for us. Oh, I just realized that not only did we lose that stuff, my brother, whatever we had on us when my brother got onto this world. Did I mention that in the last episode, or did I mention that in this episode? I don't know if I've mentioned this yet. My brother got onto this world when I wasn't paying attention, and made me die in a cave, and then respawned and played my world when I had gone to sleep at like 7 p.m. and he was still awake. So, yeah, I went to bed at 7 p.m. for anyone wondering. Fuck this, fuck this. Oh! That was a bad idea. I'm gonna try and flood them out. See if we can get a good view there. They are not flooded out in the slightest. Just place this down preemptively. Ah, damn it. Damage. I hate it. Look at this boy. He just doesn't even care, does he? I can't afford to be taking any shots here. So... I might die here. Again. Oh! Get fucked! Yes, kill each other. Damn it. Alright, I'm going to cut ahead to when we get the grinder built now that we found the thing, so see you then. Alright, welcome back. Hi. So we've done it. I'm going to actually end this video here because this staircase leads down to the room where the skeletons fall into. There's some lava here I found, so that's kind of cool. So this also has connection to the skeleton spawner. Basically, I'll showcase that in a later video. I'm thinking this is also probably going to be a two-parter video, just because of how it kind of went poorly, and I nearly died, and I did die a bunch of times. So, also, I just have a basic room built, so this is more the exploration and finding of one than anything else, although even that was done using a website. I'm sorry if this episode was disappointing. I enjoyed it. I don't feel as satisfied as some of my other videos, but I feel satisfied that we now can take the next steps to make the next episode, better. I'm satisfied that now we have everything set up to build the XP grinder and get it set up. And in that same video, we'll probably finish some other stuff. I have plans. I had plans for this video as well. It's just things didn't go according to plan, and also I'm on a time schedule here, and that I am leaving in a short amount of time. We're going fishing at the local lake. I enjoy fishing. For anyone who didn't know, I like fishing in real life, so I'm gonna end this one here, guys. This is Hayden signing off, and I will see you in the sky, Hawklings. Remember to spread your wings and, of course, stay awesome. Bye.